3, 2, 1, 0.
It's the Drizzy and Morgan show.
Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dons and donzette everywhere. Welcome to the Morgan and Genesis show. He goes by the name of Genesis Elijah. I go by the name of Morgan Heights. Welcome everybody to episode 108. You done know. Get your drinks, get your beverages, bill of tampi, bill of spliff if you want. Sip juice, have a cup of tea if you want to, and enjoy the show. Is this me and you now? Like, is that what we're doing? Is this the new combo?
It might be, bruv. This is what I heard. I heard a Dominican dreadhead. He's supposed to be here. He's not here. So you just swapped to another Dominican dreadhead. And just, I mean,
see what we did there?
Yeah, man.
See what we did there, man. Come on, man. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, listen, big up Jojo Montana the Great, extraordinaire cameraman. You done know. Well, go on, Jojo. You survived the fortnight. You're still here, still surviving.
Yeah, man, that's what we can do right now, man.
See, we was just talking about that still. Surviving.
That's all you can do, bro. All you can do. Nothing else you can do in this life is just survive,
I lie.
I swear.
I lie.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jojo Montana. Shout out to Gamza. She couldn't be here today. She's away. Apparently she's doing some festival thing, having some fun. She'll be back in a fortnight. Drizzy, obviously, if you remember from the last episode, it's his birthday weekend.
Happy birthday,
so
brother.
Big up Drizzy, celebrating, enjoy yourself, make the most of that. And big up Keisha. Big up Keish. Whatever you're doing, wherever you're at, it's all love. We got a special guest and co-host today. Brixton-born rapper, singer, songwriter, producer. He's a friend and supporter of the show because he's been here already. If you haven't seen that episode, go check it out. The link will be in the description on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dons and donettes everywhere, give a round of applause to Genesis Elijah.
Blessings.
Well, go on, G.
I'm good, brother. I'm
Yeah?
good, man.
You made it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know what I mean? Again, surviving, man. Just surviving, like,
bro.
Hey, look, if you got enough petrol to get somewhere, then you're good.
Facts.
You're good.
I'm telling you, if the lights come on in your yard, you made it.
Some podcasts ain't got lights, right? You know what I mean? We got Math Hoffer still, but it's not promised, man.
Yeah, it's peak. It's so peak, brother.
It is what it is, bro.
Yeah, man. Welcome back to the show, man. It's love.
Bro.
You know what I mean? Good to see you. I want to ask you a question, actually. They say we shouldn't judge.
Right.
But we are a judgmental people, though, right?
Everyone's judging, man.
Yeah, so why do we do the fake thing and say we don't judge? Yeah, I judge.
Because we don't want to be judged, but we want to judge. So it's like, we don't want... Some people's brains work differently, yeah?
Facts.
And I feel like a lot of people that feel anxiety, when I speak to them about what's your anxiety about, it's down to like what they think other people are thinking about them.
Right.
But then there are certain people like me, the idea that other people think about me when I'm not around, it baffles me. Like it's like trying to understand infinity. I don't get it.
Yeah.
So I just do what I'm doing, innit? Everyone just does what they do. But I feel like if you're in a position, you know you're gonna get judged. So it's like whatever you do in life, you're gonna get judged.
You're gonna get judged because
I'm judging back.
Yeah,
so
and this is my thing because I've been like. I've been mulling over that actual conversation in my head for about 2-3 weeks, and I'm like, they say you shouldn't judge, and I get that concept. You shouldn't because you don't know what a person's going through.
100%.
You don't really. You can't just say, "Rah, he's doing this," when he might not be. You can't judge a book by the cover.
100%.
But we judge.
Cool.
Like I remember when meeting my wife. I met my wife like summer 17, 18 years ago. They came out the other day and said, yo, when we first met you weren't sure. Like, your pants were sagging. We don't know if you was the right guy for my daughter. I was black as it is. You know what that was? So it's like, it's an uphill struggle, you know, like that.
People are going to judge and you can't, I feel like where you have the conflict here is when you feel like people aren't gonna judge, and it's like, oh, they're gonna do it. So don't. It's like, to me, it's not a thing you got to worry about. It is what it is. It's like it's raining outside. Oh, am I gonna get wet or not? You're gonna get wet.
Yeah, 100%.
Pause. So just go outside. It is what it is. You ain't got to worry about if it's gonna happen. It's going to happen.
People are gonna judge you whether you like it or not.
Yeah, I don't care. Don't care.
And the saying is a little bit of a myth, to be fair, because you do. 100%. I agree. Also, I wanted to ask you, and maybe Joe might interject, is we all are hypocrites, right?
Yep.
We're all hypocrites.
Facts.
Like, we pick and choose.
100%.
We pick and choose. Like, you can say one thing and do another.
Yep.
And we do it all the time. I do it even with my family. I do it with my son. I tell my son, bruv, don't do that, bruv. And I've done it, like, and it's maybe when he gets old enough, he's 10. Maybe he gets old enough. Maybe that's a conversation we have together where he can comprehend hypocrisy.
Yeah.
To a certain degree, right?
Yeah. I think part of the problem is we think life is black and white, but it's not.
Right.
It's grey area. It's mostly grey area.
Yeah.
Right. So these ideas that we have of people,
right.
Again, this perfectly comes off from the judgment thing, right?
Yeah.
So we have a judgment of somebody, and we put them in a certain box.
Yep.
Go, oh, this is that person.
Yep.
But that's really just like the silhouette of that person.
Facts.
Inside, there's so much detail.
Yep.
So somebody who I can look at and be like, this is an amazing person. There's lots of elements of their life that I'd be like, okay, that's not an amazing thing. And that could be with anybody. It could be with your parents.
Yeah.
You look at your parents and go, nah, my parents are good people.
Yeah.
Number one, you only know your parents from when you were born upwards. You don't know what they were doing like back in the day, yeah?
Usually your auntie and uncle kind of...
They'll tell you, right? Yeah, right? So you don't know what they were up to or what happened.
Yeah.
You'll find out at the funeral where like, who's that?
Yeah.
Like, I got another brother. Like,
right, happened to me.
Like, cool.
Brother.
Right, cool.
Yeah. Happened to me, brother. Like, I found out I got two brothers and a sister.
Crazy.
In the same space of time. Like, my grandma died. My grandma from my biological father died. Yeah. And I'm at the funeral and I'm just talking to people that are my brother and sister. Like, crazy. Yo, bruv, why are you here? My grandma died. Okay, so who's your dad?
Crazy.
Rotted.
All right, cool. But in that question, you go, all right, well, how does that change your view on who your dad is, who your dad was? Like, how does it, are those things, is it good? Is it bad? Is it different? Is it like, because again, you don't know the details or like how these things
the intricacies.
There's so much stuff you're just never going to know. So again, we judge because the reason why we judge is because we need to make decisions to do things. So this is like a biological evolutionary adaptation, right? So again, you hear noise in the bushes.
Yep.
I don't know what that is.
Yep.
Is it a lion?
Right.
Is it somebody else?
Right.
The ones who made a judgment and go, I think that might be a lion and ran away.
Right.
They were ancestors, they got to live. The ones who did make a judgment and went, let me find out what that is. They're gone, right? Yeah. So like, that's part of us. So we make snap judgments quickly because we need to figure out like, what is actually going on here.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I feel like as you get older, critical thinking becomes more important and 100%. You should start questioning everything. Yeah, I don't like that person. Yeah. But is there any good in that person's life? What did they do? Like, how does it fit? Because again, it's not black and white. At the moment, we're having culture wars, We're having left wing, right wing arguments, Yeah. What side are you on? Are you woke? Are you anti-woke?
Yeah.
And to me, that's like a childish way of thinking.
Right.
Because there's bits and pieces in between everyone's ideology that you're going to agree with. And then you got to go, well, actually, while we're having this argument, what's the point? What are we here to do? Yeah. Like, what do we actually want from these arguments we're having? So it all goes in, bro. Yeah, that's a gem. Because what we do as well is, again, sometimes we're just too quick to make decisions on a particular topic. And that's what I do even with the podcast, right? Is sometimes I'll look at a piece of topic, I'll look at it and I'll go, you know what? Let me not talk on it yet. You know what's it? Joe's been here and gone, bruv, let's leave that conversation for another week because there's still things there's still information to come out. Yeah.
It's the Drizzy and Morgan show.
Let's talk about it, Puff. Update.
Diddy.
We spoke about it 2 weeks ago. We spoke about the first week of all the deliberations and the testimonies. It's 2 weeks on, so we just finished. For those who are watching now, we've just finished the third week.
Okay.
Of testimonies. We had Capricorn Clark, an assistant. We had a guy called Dante Nash. He was to do with all the fashion and he did all the clothing and did all the stuff behind the scenes with Cassie and
Okay.
And also Mia, who was another assistant. And basically, I remember speaking last time about this particular thing where there's going to be corroborating testimonies where I can see what the picture they're painting right now. They are getting everybody's stories to fit together so that everybody says this one Donny is a tyrant.
Yeah, he's nasty, right?
He's on this, he's on that. And because I was like, okay, but what has he really done? If it's like, he likes gal, he's nasty, he's a nasty guy, he likes the beat.
He likes gal and it seems like he likes a bit of man as well.
Yeah, he likes Donnies. Get me? Which is fair. Like in the grand scheme of things, do your thing. But criminal-wise, I see where they're going. So, the last week, there's just been a lot of conversations about kidnapping, about him forcing some of his staffers to do certain things.
Right.
You know, with the Kid Cudi thing, where they blew up his whip. That's true.
The maddest part, the maddest part for me was he went open man's Christmas presents. Yo,
that's different.
That's a different kind of petty. I locked his dog in the bathroom. That's crazy.
That wasn't one of them top dogs though. It could have been one.
No.
It was one of them poodles.
And this is what I will say. Like, if I get a dog, the dog's got to earn his food, innit? 100%. If it can't kill, you're not coming in my house, bro. I'm not feeding you. You can't protect the yard you're in. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have a dog that you might have to shoot.
Yeah, and I got to protect. Like, how can I protect you? You're supposed to protect me, innit? Like, that's crazy. Nah,
like Kid Cudi's gonna have one of them.
Nah, he's having a little.
He's gonna have a meaty dog.
In his bag.
Yeah, he's gonna have one of the meaty dogs.
Of course. But then again, there's lessons to be learned on both sides, innit? If you don't want your Christmas presents open early, get a proper dog, innit?
Yeah. So they've had a lot of people testifying. They've had forensics. They've had a fire expert. Yeah. Because when his car got bombed, they used some a concoction. It's like a cocktail. Pause.
A Molotov cocktail.
That's it. And they ripped open the roof of the car, dropped the thing in there.
Petty, man.
Just crazy shit. But that's typical of somebody who is sending messages all day, every day. Yeah. He's sending messages because when I'm looking into it, I feel like he had to keep everybody in control. And certain things that he was doing, he was blatantly hiding. And then he was forcing people to do certain things for like paying people a little bit of money. I want you to do this. Some of the assistants said we were working like 24 hours around the clock. We didn't even get rest sometimes.
See, I'm allowed to swear, yeah?
Go for it.
All right, cool. This is what pisses me the fuck off.
Go for it. Go.
Because, right, so,
talk the thing.
P. Diddy,
Yeah.
I'm hearing about, he's focused on sex, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, like 24/7, yeah? Right? He's got rooms full of baby oil.
Yeah, crazy.
Rooms full of baby oil. Yeah. They're having orgies that are lasting like 3-4 days.
Yeah, mad.
Right? And with all that time, he's still making billions.
Yeah.
All I'm doing is focus on work. I can't make $1 million. What am I doing wrong, bruv? How is he?
But this is the thing.
That's crazy.
This is the thing. He's running an operation.
Mad.
He's got an operation. He's got people that do certain things for him. He's got that much money, and I think he's. I don't know as a fact, but I think he was smuggling drugs.
Okay.
So he was running things from state to state in private jets. These dons are. They're not like they've got these dons. Have access to everything. They have access to police. They have access to police.
Yeah.
They can cover things up. They can go to the LAPD and go, listen, but just hold that.
Yeah.
Don't say nothing.
That's what scares me, you know, actually. Like, because I always think of like my experience of like the road and like what I think is like criminal enterprise and the level of it. For me, in my brain, it's quite small, it's quite petty. Like the people I've been around and when you think of what they do. But like on that level,
it's different.
It's that's the stuff that scares me. I'm just like, rah, like that's how you're moving. Like you can't even, if you got a problem with them, you can't even call the police because the police are on their side. It's like, what are you supposed to do?
What are you supposed to do?
Like,
but these are what a lot of these testimonies are saying. They're saying, oh, so why did you go back to work for Diddy then if he's this monster? I can't get another job anywhere else.
Yeah.
Like bro, he's got the power to just lock me off from going anywhere in the industry.
That's crazy.
This is like big business. And this is what I wanted to ask you, Jen, is like, does this feel like to you like a similar thing like Epstein? Like an Epstein thing. And I ask you that, why I ask you that, is because Epstein used to have all these diplomats and politicians and Hollywood's execs and whatnot come to certain cribs, have sex with people, whoever they were, film them and extort them. So like, all right, cool. Now you've come to my yard, I've got that politician on lock because he's whopping this underage girl, and I've got that footage now and I can bribe him, or I can use these things to maneuver around in this circle and hold and have power. I think, I'm not sure if Diddy was doing that exactly, but it feels in a similar light that this is what these people do when they get to the top.
But it's such a depressing thought though, man. Because then it's like, wait, if that's what Epstein's doing, is that what people in power are doing? And we keep seeing it. So we keep seeing men in power doing nastiness. And you're like, is this just the norm now?
Is this the norm?
Is this the way it goes? Like, or is this like just entertainment? Is it just politics? Is it just where does it stop?
It's jaded you, right?
Yeah, it does. And the funny thing about it is, because of people, I spend a lot of time, especially online, people talk about the music industry and I'll go, the music industry, this, that. And I'm like, I've been in the music industry for most of my life, and the things that people think it is, it's not that, right? So it's like, Illuminati, this, that, and the third. I'm like, there's none of that. Like, but then on the top levels, like obviously not Illuminati, but people are doing things that are like crazy, man.
Yes.
And I feel like that's the bit that's kind of like, it disillusions me because I'm just like,
it's like we've got older now. We've got older, right? And it's like the people that we kind of revered and looked up to a degree, they're all on fuckery.
Yeah, and I hate to be the person to be like, like I don't like hero worship.
No,
I don't like
me neither.
Celebrity. Right?
Idolizing dons.
Yeah,
me neither.
I don't like that. But again, going back to being a hypocrite. When Jay-Z was almost caught up, I was like, nah. If Jay-Z gets caught up, I don't believe in Santa anymore, bro.
I nearly wore a cape one day. I nearly wore a cape on the pod.
I almost lost 2 friends because of that. And I had to just like firm it, because their thing was, as women, when a woman says something, we believe her, and even if it's not Jay-Z, there are people in power that are doing this kind of stuff and it needs to come out. And my thing was, but if it's not Jay-Z, why are you going to tear him down? And it's like, nah, it's bigger than that. And as a man, I couldn't get my head around it.
Pause.
But I had to that was wild. That was wild.
Getting your head around it's crazy.
While speaking about Jay-Z as well. Nah, man. Alright, time out, man. Time the fuck out.
You was trying to understand it. That's what you was trying to say.
I was trying to understand it.
But you're right, because we don't know the difference. We don't know who's doing what and who's not doing what. So you have to be able to go, all right, do you know what? I'm not going to be surprised if it does come out that some of our dons are on madness.
I've never met Jay-Z a day in my life. So why would I even...
Yes.
He could have done whatever. I don't know. And not only I don't know, I shouldn't care. All I should care about is if there's a victim, then the victim needs to get what they need to get. Like
100%.
So
that's fact. That's facts. Well, I guess we're going to be talking about this trial for another 2, 3, 4 weeks because it's going on for like, I believe 6.
2 months, isn't it? So
we're
getting there.
We're getting there. Yeah. I just like to move to before we move forward, it just doesn't look good for him.
You reckon he's going to do time?
I just feel like they just need to get him on 1 or 2 charges.
The main charge is racketeering, right?
Yeah, the racketeering charge. And that's 20. That's 20 buff.
He's never doing 20.
No. But if he all right, say if he just gets 1 charge, he might do 10, if that, 12 or whatever. If he gets multiple charges go through, he's gonna do a piece.
But is there still an option for him to take a plea deal?
That's the question. Because I feel like I feel like 2-3 weeks ago they mentioned that he didn't want to plea. They offered him something and he didn't want to take it. Pause. Take that. He didn't want to do that, bruv. So that's another thing that obviously we'll hear about a little bit more. I just don't know. Like, I just feel like he knows a lot too. He knows a lot of things that people have done. Like, you know, like that Ghislaine Maxwell thing, where it's like he's in a circle of he's in a fraternity where he knows so much that really, if he goes down,
he's taking a lot of people with him.
100%. And he's taking, and the baby oil's coming with him as well.
I hope everybody
gets lubed up.
Yeah, like, but I want. Nah, I want. You remember what? You remember what?
I thought about it. I said, no.
I don't want everybody to know. Like what Cat Williams said, man. Like, I want everything to be out.
This is the year of it.
Yeah, like
this is the time.
I want that to be like the thing. Like, okay, if these things are happening, things are getting exposed and you can't hide. But I feel like our society is built on corruption. Yeah, and it's built on like immorality. It's built on some nasty things. So
it's devilish shit, bro.
It's like, how do you? It's not even devilish, bruv. Because I feel like religion's part of that as well. Right. So I feel like the whole thing is so intertwined that we can't even, it's like having chewing gum in your hair, like. Right. You can't even get it out. You just gotta cut it. Right. And that's what all the stuff we're dealing with is that. And it's like, we want to separate the two things, yeah? Again, we're going back to the judgments of going, good and bad. And we want to go, this is how it should be, and this is what it is, but it's just not that. Yeah, there's so much corruption in every part of what we do. Yeah, and for us to fix it, you got to start again. You got to just wipe the thing. Yeah, man.
But this is the thing, though. If you look at all of the powers of old, the Roman Empire, etc., all of those things, bruv, they came down in the end, bruv. They thought they were untouchable until they got touched.
But even that's a fallacy in itself, because the empires fall, but they don't really fall. They just move.
Someone takes over.
Yeah, and it just goes to another place. It's it will just move. Yeah. And I feel like we are looking at the last days of like the stage we're in now. Yeah, but things will just move.
I agree.
And I will say this, to not be all doom and gloom,
Facts.
We do see progression, So if we look back in time, and we kind of have some real perspective, things have got better. Right? We a lot of times we don't understand that because we're time,
living in it.
Right? So in real time, it does look a certain way. But again, there's no other time we would rather live in.
Facts.
So
even though we're complaining about not having bread, well, for me, not having bread, I'm all right still. Like, I get it. Like, we sit here, we go, but it's not that bad.
Nah.
You know what I want to say?
And it's getting better. And people, again, it's like...
Yeah. It's how you look at it, I suppose.
Yeah, man. And again, I keep saying this thing about nuance, What we're finding is people are kind of like, we're more attuned to seeing that. And I don't think it's maybe it's not a new thing. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's always been that way. Yeah. But I feel like now we have new ways of expressing it. And again, with technology, ideas move faster.
Right.
So while when ideas can move fast, what happens is it means it can affect change. So we're seeing who's that one in Africa who's like changing the country up. Man's giving free
Burna Boy,
bro.
Burna Boy.
Yeah. Is that the guy? No, wait. The guy, Burna Boy, the musician. He ain't doing that. But he's an African giant, though. Yes. But he's like the president or the something. I think they did like a military.
Joe's African, he'll know.
How you know, bro? Bro, you should know every single country in Africa. You should know the history.
There is 50
Yeah, you should know all of them, back to front, even Madagascar. It's not even a real thing.
Joe's our African correspondent.
Have you even been to Jamaica?
No, I don't do that. Anyway, see how he got me.
He got you, man. But yeah, there's a guy over there, and he's like, he's changing his country. So we gave old people free electricity.
Cold.
They just started like he's just doing. He gave farmers free machinery. Like they're just doing things out there. They got rid of all the foreign people in the doing the gold mines.
Yeah.
And like again, that kind of stuff would happen in the past, but we wouldn't really know about it.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't be able to put our to support.
Yeah.
And now I think that's the beauty of technology.
That's beauty of it. I think it's just that we're living in this westernized world where a lot of things are being exposed because it's been going on for too long.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it's just a cycle. We spoke about it. Things go around in cycles where you get me. It's built up a certain way, then it gets to that pinnacle, it gets to that top, and you're like, all right, cool. We're looking at these people now. And you know what it is? They say money's the root of all evil. I do want bread, but I understand when you make a certain amount of money, who you've got to rub shoulders with to get it. You know what I mean?
It's capitalism, man. Hyper-capitalism is we're all capitalists here because we want to make money, but we have to understand that the system of capitalism, there's things that come with it, and there are things we don't want.
Yeah.
And if we don't want that, we got to think of like new ideas. Again, nuance. We keep going, it's either capitalism or it's socialism or it's communism. Yeah. Why? Why are those our only options?
Yeah.
Surely we're smarter to think of other ways to do it.
Yeah. 100%. I feel you.
Jiggy, body.
The bank holiday's just gone. My team won the league. And I took my son and my nephew to Liverpool to celebrate. And it's funny where, again, we just spoke about it being at the height of celebrating and living and camaraderie and seeing all the Liverpool fans celebrating together because winning the league is such a big thing for the club. Then I'm walking back to my car with the boys and I get 1,000,001 phone calls and messages from friends, Joe, my wife 5-6 times, one of my brethrens, my cousin, everybody's messaging me. What? And I'm like, you lot, my phone's on 10% and I'm trying to find my way back to the whip with Google Maps. Allow me, I beg you. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking, what's something online happened or has my Twitter gone off or something? Have I been caught? Like, you know what I'm saying? Has the missus seen something? You know what's there? Like the missus doesn't know. Like the missus doesn't know that I look at gal on IG and Facebook. Let's not do that. Stop. You know, like that. Anyway, I get back to the car. And as I'm walking to it, one of these Scouser Donnies pops his head out of the pub, pause, and he was like, have you seen what's happened? I'm like, what do you mean? And he showed me footage of a car ploughing through about 60 to 70 people. I'm like, where's that? It's just happened. And the thing about it is when we're walking to the car, we're seeing a bag of ambulances driving past. And my son, he was the one that, because I was just on Route 1, my son was like, Dad, why do we keep seeing ambulances driving past? I said, but you know how it goes, like people faint and people are sick. There's a million and odd, there's like over 1 million people in one area. There's gonna be some altercations that's happened. Anyway, when I saw the footage, I was like, okay, I get why I was getting all these phone calls. So 53-year-old Paul, his name is Paul Doyle, and he's literally just thrown his life away after ploughing through about 60 to 70 people at a time, including children.
That's mad.
He's facing 7 charges for grievous bodily harm and wounding with intent. His trial is on the 24th of November, and I couldn't believe what I saw. And I was just like, what was going through your mind for you to even contemplate driving through a bag of people? Like, the inevitable is not good. Like, you're going to have to drive through everybody to get out of there. Yeah. And that's impossible.
How did he even get there anyway?
So apparently he snuck through behind one of the ambulances because these areas have been cordoned off. They've been like locked off for only certain things, for ambulances or police. So I don't know how he got onto the road in the first place, but allegedly he snuck in.
But what did he sneak in for? What though?
That's the question. That's the question. I've been looking online to see if there's, because all right, this is that pissed me off what he done, of course. And he's supposed to bun up for this. But it's the way that the media are now talking about it. Family man.
Yeah.
He's a company director. He's got children. Like, bruv, like...
Humanising
Donny, bro.
Yeah.
And you know if it was one of us driving that whip, bruv, where you from? Where's your family from?
From Jamaica.
Yeah, you'd be back there, bruv. You would have been back there now, bruv. You've been doing a bit.
All right, so this is the thing, yeah. I'm on both sides of this, yeah.
Talk to me.
So the first thing I'm gonna point out is if he's snuck in intentionally to do that,
yeah,
I don't understand how it's not attempted murder,
right? Or a terrorist attack.
Yeah, that's weird. But again, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know what happens in the police interview for them to go, this is the charge.
These are the charges we're giving you, yeah.
But we have to kind of like decide, what do we want? Do we want the issue fixed?
Yeah.
Or do we want revenge? So there is going to be a situation where this happens again, and if it's somebody from a different background,
yeah,
are they going to be treated differently? Do we want them to be treated differently?
Yeah.
And where's like the part where we start saying, all right, cool, do you know what? Let's actually try and address some of these issues. Why is this happening?
Yeah.
What's the pattern? Who's gonna do this next? What do we really want from on the outcome? Like,
the thing about it is, yeah, it's also what they're gonna tell us. We don't know, like, what they tell us is another thing, because you know what it's like with media and
true.
They will tell us what they want us to know.
Yeah.
And they will dress things up in a certain way.
Yep.
So obviously he is being questioned and he's behind the scenes.
Yeah.
They are obviously delving into the issue at hand, because he tried to lick down nearly 80 odd people.
Yeah.
So what happened? What's the reason why? All those questions have to be obviously dealt with.
Yeah.
But what they give us, the information they give us, might not be the right information either, which is why I just don't like the way they're dressing it up. I can only do one thing at the moment: see that this guy has attempted, or out of whatever mindset he was in, he did what he did.
Yeah.
So, like, the legalities of it that's beyond me, because
okay.
you know what I'm saying?
That makes sense as well, because again, none of us, like, we don't work in the legal field, right?
Yeah.
So when we see things like that, we're coming from an emotional
facts
point, yeah.
Yeah, because
and we're thinking
bro, I was with my nephew and my son.
Right.
That could have been me.
Right.
So it's like, let me say what I need to say in terms of if that was ever something, thank God that never. And I'm praying for the injured, by the way. I'm praying for the injured. I believe no one's died. I haven't heard anyone's died yet, but a lot of people are in critical, got critical injuries.
Yeah.
So they're on the border. But no one has actually died from it. But anyway, I say that to say, bro, if I all of a sudden started seeing a car drive towards me and I got my two sons and a Donny's trying to lick down me and a bunch of people, bruv, it's peak for that, Don.
Yeah.
It's peak for it.
And I think that's human nature. That's our instinct. And that's who we are at our base level, yeah? That's what I say. Do you want, like, justice, revenge? Like, how is the problem fixed?
Yeah.
But I think that those are questions that come with perspective and after.
100%.
But in the moment,
yeah.
You see when they were trying to get him out the car.
Of course,
I'm surprised he was alive.
Yeah, bro. I'm surprised he made it. But the police were right there. That's the
I see them run a little bit after.
Yeah, yeah.
But if I'm getting him out the car,
yeah,
they ain't gonna get him like no. He's getting the eyeballs. You're done, bro. That's not happening. I understand that as like an instinct, but then at the same time, I'm with you as well. Like again, if I was there with my kids and something happened to my kids, I wouldn't. Yeah, you wouldn't want. Again, even not even yeah, but like even just injured.
Yeah.
Even if you tried to injure them, you would be feeling like nah,
bro. You
need to
be
do
mad.
some serious time. Something has to happen.
Something has to happen. Yeah. I feel like, and I'm going to shoot him a little bit of bail, just only a little bit. When I say it looked like something had happened before he started to drive through people. So like he's got into the space and I saw him reverse. I saw footage where he was reversing.
So he's like trying to get away.
And then the Scousers and the people around him got mad and started banging on his car.
Yeah.
So I think it could have been a fight or flight thing. You know, like you're in a car and you're surrounded. A manager's trying to, I have never been in that position before. Cool. So what do you do? Do you drive away? But it's peak.
It is, but my thing is this, yeah. I say this all the time to my young people I do mentoring. I'm always like, set yourself up for success, yeah, not failure.
Right.
Again, why were you there in the first place? So if you weren't there in the first place, we wouldn't have to have this discussion. You wouldn't have put yourself in that position, right? So him finding himself in that position, then getting scared, then when it's like, you're doing way too much. Like you shouldn't have been there anyway.
Yeah.
Like you definitely. But again, these are one of the things you kind of got to sit down and let it play
I want
out.
him in a spliff.
Yeah, but I think like this is what I hate. I hate when it becomes. I hate that everything becomes about race.
Yes.
And the reason everything becomes about race is because the way the different races are treated.
Yeah.
I just wish there was some like honesty with like people on the other side to say, do you know what? We can see the difference.
Yes.
And I think that's where our frustration comes from when it comes with race. On both sides as well. On both sides.
100%.
No one ever admits when we go, do you know what, there's a double standard there and we see the double standard.
Yeah. But this is why I like having a platform, because my platform is always going to be balanced. Because I understand the nuances. I understand what they do to make, do you know what I mean? Like, you're right. They make everything a race thing, but the problem that I have when they do it is that there's no balance to it. No. He's done something wrong, but your headline is he's a family man. Like, what's that got to do with anything? What does that, bro? You've tried to take out people's family. You tried to take people's families out. Yeah. If you hit 80 people, how many people are gonna suffer from that? How many people, family members, are going to feel the repercussions of such a heinous thing? Do you know what I mean?
And again, it messes things up, because now the next event or the next parades, now there's a whole bunch of extra stuff they got to do. Yeah, man, it's like getting on a plane now because of 9/11.
It's a lot.
Yeah, like it's like all these things change because someone does something stupid or dangerous or heinous crime, and it's just like, yo, you lot are just messing up so many things for us.
It's dumb.
That we want to just chill, man. Like,
well, we'll see what happens, because obviously he has the trial on the 24th of November, and I'm guessing he'll get charged with something. And I get like the honest thing is you're gonna have to pay for what you've done in some shape or form. Do you know what I mean? And I just, do you know what I mean? Like it went from a beautiful day to that. I was just like taking my son. He's never been Liverpool. He's been a fan since he's born, because he's 10. Yeah. And it was such a really good day. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And for it to end like that, it was just. Oh.
I'm just glad that you weren't there. Yeah. And he have to see it. None of you have to see it.
Yeah.
So at least you don't have to.
There's that trauma of 100%.
That's a different thing, man.
It's the Drizzy and Morgan show.
I don't want to dwell on it too much, because I feel like this is just remixed information. Again and again and again. We saw what happened in the trial. There was information that on both sides of the party that we were skeptical about, but now they're talking about the fact that it wasn't Tory Lanez that did it. Now my thing was, all right, let me get this out.
Okay.
Tory, if you didn't do it, bro, why didn't you just fight for your case? Why didn't you fight it properly then?
Because he's a gangster. He's not snitching.
Fucking idiot.
Dickhead.
like what, bro? Like, for what? Like, for what? To look, this is the thing, and this is the thing we get caught up in this whole snitching culture thing and all of that. Bro.
Listen, if I'm in a situation, yeah, like, okay, let me break down what I believe happened.
Go for it.
Yeah? All right, cool. So,
as you're our guest today.
Thank you. Right, so he's gone to they've been at a party,
yeah,
or he's gone to the party.
He's gone to Kylie's yard.
Yeah, because he's like, yo,
I'm gonna
smash that thing. Yeah, all right, cool. So he's there. While he's trying to get it happen,
yeah, two of his other things
are like, they're not going with the game plan.
Yeah.
So they're like, he's like, this is a layup. Yeah, let's do this. They're like, nah, we ain't feeling it. And he's like, all right, cool. You messed it up. Let's just go. Yeah. So now they're in the car.
You blocked me.
Yeah, you blocked it. All right, cool, don't worry. I tell you what though, let's get you out so I can at least get it back.
Yeah.
Right? Cool.
Yeah.
So they're on the way out now. Them two start arguing and the argument goes crazy. I feel like you kind of know the kind of person Tory is from what he's done since then.
Right.
So you know he's hyped it and
yeah.
Not doing what he's not done what he's supposed to do.
Yeah. He's not calmed the situation down.
He hasn't calmed the situation down. He hasn't de-escalated.
No.
The gun is what's the other girl's name?
What's the other girl's name?
Kelsey.
Yeah, right. So it's her gun, yeah? Or like at least she's the one who has the gun.
Yeah.
They've come outside. I don't think anyone was trying to shoot anybody, but the guns popped off.
Yeah.
I think she did it.
Yeah. Kelsey.
I think Kelsey
why she's got immunity.
Yeah. So she's done it. Bullet fragments have hit Meg. Meg ain't playing. She's like, yo, like, I think Tory might have taken a gun off her. Now there might be a situation where, I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where a weapon is drawn.
Yeah.
Right? It's already like
Carnival Tim Westwood 2000.
Right, cool. So it's like when that happens, yeah. Everyone is on high alert. Yeah. Everyone's in flight, fright, and freeze all at the same time. You don't know what's going on, yeah?
Unless you're drunk.
And that as well, add that to it as well, right? So it's all crazy.
Yeah, it's all nuts.
Now the guns,
and you ain't got naan bread and you ain't got the naan bread that you went for. You're angry.
Right? So it's all on top. Right?
How many times have you been mad when you didn't get naan bread back in the day?
Allegedly.
Nah, cool.
You know what? Yeah. Before you continue, I'm not going to say your name. But when we took those two girls out back in the day, you blocked me, bro.
Allegedly.
Blocked me, bro. Bro, blocked me, you know, Jen. That's all right.
Cold.
It's cold. And we were getting along all fine. We're in the car. It's all getting saucy. And then he started arguing with one of them. So I argued with one of them, and then that was it, bro. If you argue with one of them,
yeah, what are you talking about?
Bro,
the vibe. Nah, man, you should have taken that for the team. Stop the argument. Nah, it's cool. Which one's for you? All right, cool. Yeah, we
saved.
Nah, do your nah. That's hater. That's haterology, man. Hateration.
Sorry to interject,
but yeah, cool. Right, so she might have thought the guns popped off,
right?
But she don't really know who's done it. Then, like, she ain't staring.
No.
If someone points a gun and someone shoots a gun, the last thing you're doing is looking at where the gun's coming from. Yeah. You're just trying to move. You're trying to run.
Yeah. So it's peak.
All she knows is somebody shot, right?
Is that when you reckon she stepped on the glass?
Maybe she stepped on the glass, I think, or bullet fragment hit her, whatever happened, but she got injured. Regardless. Listen, if you shoot a gun, right now, you pull out a gun and you start bopping off shots, right? But none of them hit me, but I walk through that glass and cut myself up. Morgan shot me, bro.
Yeah.
That's and the other thing as well, the other thing. So now that's happened. My thing is this, Tory, what he's done, he's decided, I'm keeping it straight. I'm keeping it. I'm pushing.
Yeah.
So I'm not telling. On anybody.
And maybe they all corroborated at one point in time.
Maybe they did. Because actually, no, I feel like they did at the time because Megan didn't say anything.
Yeah, and she remember did you see the footage, the new footage that's come out where she said, "Oh look, I it's my image. I don't want to tarnish my image." She's talking to the cop.
That's crazy.
I don't want to tarnish my image. So I feel like they all maybe spoke briefly about it, and then because it's got out into the social media world,
now it is what it is. Cool. Because again, Megan's got some really good management, yeah?
Yeah.
And once they've spoken to her and they've done the crisis management and they've said, right, this is the direction we're going to go.
Yeah.
Because we're not talking about your hood credibility. We're talking about millions
On the
going
line.
forward,
Yeah,
right?
facts.
Cool, that's what we're focused on.
Yeah.
So Tory's gone, they're doing the hood credibility thing. Nah, I ain't snitching. I'm not saying what's going on. To me, that was a dumb way to go.
To protect.
Yeah, like, nah, I'm not protecting no one.
No.
Not, like, if you do something, it's accountability.
Yeah.
Like, you can call me a snitch,
Yeah.
but you know where I'm going to be snitching?
Yeah.
In my big house.
Yeah.
You know where I'm going to be snitching?
Facts.
On stage, making music,
100%,
making money for my
100%,
family. I'm not in
100%.
jail going, yeah, I held it down. I was 10 toes in jail, getting stabbed up by... Are you mad?
Because did you hear Young Thug did a tweet saying he's a rat? But this is the thing, and you spoke about it. We spoke about it right at the top of the show about worrying about what other people think of you, bruv. If it's about my life, I don't give a shit. And obviously, I'm talking from a civilian standpoint, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a damn. I'm not going down from something that I didn't do.
Yeah.
So the snitch thing or the protecting woman thing, ban all of that.
I don't
ban it.
Young Thug is a gangster, yeah?
Yes.
Right.
And lives by a code.
Yeah. The stuff they do, again, when I was saying about the stuff that scares me, they on some different stuff,
Yeah, 100%.
That ain't me. I'm not, you can say what you want to say, but again, your life is going to be different. The things you got to deal with are different. I don't ever want to live my life in a way where I got to worry about someone trying to kill me or that. I don't want none of
100%.
that ever. I don't want to have to deal with, I think we both have. We have friends that are in that life, yeah? And every now and then I look at their IG and it's like, yeah, man, new cars, new watches, new stuff.
Looks
but
good.
every other post is a free my guy and RIP this, RIP. What? No, I don't want to live that way.
That's stressful. That's stressful.
Exactly. So if I got to be a snitch to not live that way, then that's what it's going to be. If I somehow find myself in a situation, again, I've set myself up for failure and I've ended up in that situation.
I'm telling on all y'all niggas.
Yeah, like, nah. She did it.
Yeah.
And she did it.
Yeah.
Leave me, like, take me.
These two didn't let me get naan bread off. And they started beefing. So it's up to you lot, what you lot want to do. But I just think obviously where the new evidence has come out, it just feels like a Diddy remix. It's the information. It's the same information I've heard before. Yeah. It's nothing new. Bruv, Tory, you're gonna just have to hold that one, bro.
He's not going to reach already.
I don't think so.
I don't think he can.
They're talking about like they've got people over there in America where they like try and do a thing, get them out of the situation. I don't think no one cares.
No, I don't think it's that trial because again, those kind of situations is where we feel like you've been wrongly accused for a crime.
Right.
The charge was, it was a firearms charge.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, a gun was shot. We think you shot the gun. That's what you're going away for.
Yeah,
so,
you didn't fight it hard enough.
Yeah, like.
So you got to go.
That is what it is. So you made your choice, man. You did the wrong thing. And it is, I think it is sad because I feel like Tory is such a talented person.
Yeah, man.
And like makes good music. 100%. And was on such a sick run.
Yeah.
But
it's never going to be the same again.
It's not going to be.
And Megan's music's trash.
Yeah, like no one cares about what she's doing. So it's like, what are we going to do? Yeah.
Like we just lost out on some decent stuff.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
We're losing all the good artists, man.
It's crazy.
Drake's gone.
Yeah, he's peak for him, bro.
Diddy ain't coming back. Diddy's last album was crazy.
Yeah, bro. So, I can't even listen to that shit again, bro. Like that. Still, he had some joints on there.
It was. Listen, again, we talk about nuance and grey area. Is someone all good, someone all bad? Yeah. Someone could be a very, very bad person and a very, very good artist. It comes down to a moral choice.
Yes.
If you want to listen to that those people.
Yeah,
I am personally, I can't listen to.
You can't differentiate it.
I can't, man.
Yeah.
Like if someone does something,
I feel you.
You know something that's really, really bad. I can't listen to dead rappers. The only dead rappers I can listen to is Tupac and Biggie. And even Biggie I don't really listen to too much. But
I can't really listen to female rappers.
Nah, I think I came up.
Is that bad?
Listen, I think so. I think you might be a misogynist. But I came up listening to female rappers.
Yeah, but the Foxy and Little Kim were like
MC
different.
like but even like Ra Digger, Lady of Rage, not even seeing a differentiation between them. I listen to rappers. To me, like Lotto's last album, Sick.
Yeah.
Like I can, where it gets weird for me is when the content
is mad.
Yeah.
It's just about naan bread and bums.
Yeah, so that to me, that's where I'm like
sexy red shit.
But I would say like Rhapsody's album was probably top.
I listened to that
5 when it came out last year.
Drizzy shamed me into listening to that album.
The album's it's a sick.
Yeah.
It's so cold. Yeah. There's another Jean Grey.
Jean Grey, yeah.
Last couple of projects.
Yeah.
Like that stuff.
Yeah.
In my brain, it doesn't even register as like, oh, this.
But you see like Little Kim and that's it. See like Little Kim and Foxy. I didn't even view them as female rappers. It was like they were just part of such an elite squad. And Ra Digger from Flip Mode. It was just like
Eve, Rough
you're
Riders.
just listening, like it's like a part of. They weren't standing alone for me to go. All right, I got to listen to this whole content of gal. Rapping.
Like my favorite, one of my favorite artists, SZA. Yeah,
SZA's cold.
Right, so I love SZA's music.
Yeah,
I love
cold.
SZA. SZA's just
she's cold.
Right, I listen to SZA more than I listen to anything else. And I had tickets to go to her concert. I bought tickets, and then I was thinking, I was like, wait. If I go to the concert, how am I gonna look? Big man, surrounded by teenage girls all crying over man.
Yeah.
And I'm just there
Just
gone girl. I can't do that, bro. So I had to give the tickets to my daughters. I was like, you don't gotta take that.
You'd have to get like a box.
Section
of thing, because you look crazy.
And that like I ain't really, what's
that's just that's
bro.
crazy.
I'll be because I'll be in the car listening emotional, bro.
And you get yourself into trouble as well. Because one of the young things will try and get onto you. And you don't want that kind of trouble.
Cut the cameras off.
I've been to raves. And it's just bare young things in there, and I've had to cut. I've been like, no. And they're looking at me like food, and I'm like, I gotta get out of here.
You got to stay looking at you, that's some sugar daddy vibes. No. Cool, listen, man, I'm broke, man. Leave me alone.
Yeah, bro.
Leave me alone.
Bro, you gotta be careful out there, bro. It's peak.
These two Donnies are bonkers.
Gary Lineker stepped down from Match of the Day after apologising for sharing a social media post that contained an image of historically used as anti-Semitic insult. His final episode aired May 25th, marking the end of a 26-year tenure as the show's host. Initially, he had planned to continue presenting BBC's FA Cup and World Cup coverage, but following the controversy, he's decided to leave BBC entirely. Gary Lineker. It's a shame. When he apologised and he said he didn't even actually know that was a madness, do you believe what he said?
100%, because I had to Google it. I was like, number one, I had to Google what the emoji was.
Yeah.
And when I saw it, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, it was a rat.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
Okay.
Did we come from?
I thought it was about Gunnar.
Yeah.
Like, I was like,
what did he do?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. But again, this is the thing, man. I think I'm in two. I don't know. I'm in two minds with this as well. I feel like, is it? My first thing is it that deep? Like, it's an emoji, like what?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. That's the first thing. Big up Gary Lineker.
Big up Gary Lineker, man.
Big up his family as well. I know his sons. So like, yeah, he's a stand-up guy.
Yeah, of course.
I do think it's sad that this has had to happen. He's had to step down.
Yeah.
But what I do think, because I'm thinking of it as like a money thing. I know he doesn't need the money.
No, he's got
that's
bread.
fine.
Yeah.
But I do think that someone's gonna pick him up. And that bag's gonna be extra weighty.
Yeah, and he's got all that YouTube online content as well, bruv.
Right. So So again, to me, I thought it was a case of like, one of them ones, you know, we talk about leaving our jobs.
Yeah.
And it's just like, this ain't worth the hassle.
No,
Like,
it
this is
isn't.
what you're like playing silly.
I feel like they've wanted him for a while.
So
he's been on a wanted list.
Yeah. So
Because of the other altercations before and where he got suspended or I forgot what happened the last time. Joe, what happened the last time?
He got suspended for like a week or something, and then everyone else was like, "Oh yeah." So they just did match of the day. Well, I don't even think they called it match of the day. They just did it without no commentary.
Yeah, for about a week or so. Yeah. So it's like, I just rate, like, this is the thing, right? The only problem I have with what Gary Lineker did, is that he's just too real. The problem, when you're too real and you're at the top of the food chain, it's not even that, the things you say is not even actually your fault. You're just being straightforward. The truth, people just don't like the truth.
That's true.
So like, if you're at the level, like, if you're at a certain level and you're a spokesman and you have numbers and you have people that you can influence, you say things because you're just how you feel, right? And then all of a sudden, something like this happens where it's like, oh, you've just offended this set of people, or you offended this set of people. You didn't mean to do that. You're just trying to be a real don.
I also don't think what he said, like his in essence, because again, you got to kind of go like, what's the intention?
Yeah.
And you kind of know, you do know his intention.
Yeah.
But you also know the intention of the people that are trying to get rid of him.
Facts.
And all he's saying, and all what he's saying is, this situation is wrong.
Yeah, 100%.
And no one can say it's not wrong.
Of course.
And you're being, I can't sit up here and say that it's not because you're maybe like an idiot.
Yeah.
All I can do is say the truth. If you don't like it, then we have to move. Then we can move.
That's the
But
problem.
I feel like when you look at the money that like in America, like Skip Bayless and all the other sports
pundits.
Stephen A. Smith, all these guys. The money that they're making on their own platforms. Right, cool.
Yeah.
And then you talk, and then you look at like Piers Morgan and all the other people that are, again, doing their own platforms.
Yeah.
I'm like, what, you don't need the BBC.
Yeah, you don't need BBC.
That ain't no money.
Yeah.
And even where the BBC's going, it's like, it's outdated.
Yeah, it is.
What you want to be, because this is the thing, whether we agree or disagree with a lot of people who have their own platforms, people who agree with them, go to find them. And they can say exactly what the fuck they want on
hear.
their platform.
Yeah, and keep it
people
moving.
are like, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And you can get, we're in a world now, where you can get paid for that.
Yes.
So there's no, I say this all the time, especially as creatives, there's no world, the world we live in now is a world where you can do exactly what you want with no middlemen.
100%.
And if you decide to work for somebody, then you're kind of, that's your choice.
Yeah.
Then you got to abide by their rules.
Yeah.
But like even personally, I put myself in a situation where I remember when I first got my neck tattoo.
Right.
I heard my mum saying, "Oh no, don't get a neck tattoo. You'll never get a job."
Right.
I've worked myself into a place where if tomorrow I want to get a face tattoo, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'll always be able to do what I want to do because I put myself in a position where I am the product.
You built yourself into us. Yeah. And
so,
I think that's the way forward.
It is on all different levels because again, we have the technology. We don't need middlemen anymore for the most part. So you can reach who you need to reach. And
live.
And live because again, you don't need that much money to live. I don't mean it in that way, but I mean like when we talk about music, we always say you need 1,000 fans. 1,000 fans ain't that much, but 1,000 fans will feed you nicely in what you want to do.
1,000 consumers.
1,000 consumers, man.
100%.
They'll do what you need to do. So again,
man.
We know Gary Lineker's got way more than 1,000. So
salute to Gary, man.
Big up Gary.
Whatever you're doing, Gary, we'll definitely be supporting you, man. I just think he's just a genuine guy.
Man.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's the Drizzy and Morgan show.
Druski.
I like Druski, man.
I fucks with Druski heavy. His content is killing it online.
Too funny, man.
So when I watched the IG skit where he's painted up as a white don, and he's in the hood. Bro, I was crying because he didn't have to do much. He just had to act himself.
But he's white.
And so it was perfect. It's even at the end where he's gone home and his white parents are there going, "Don't talk like that." And I was like, that is hilarious. That was hilarious. all I saw online, which is why I wanted to talk about this, is the people that were saying, well, if it was a white don doing blackface, we'd have something to say about it.
Yeah, we would. Why would you? Camera there, yeah, straight down. All right. Let me.
Talk to me.
If you don't understand, historical context,
yes,
yeah, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I love that.
And we ain't got time for fucking idiots.
No, none.
So to me, people like that, I'm just like, I'm not even gonna have the conversation with you because you're missing a big part of it.
100%.
It's like, yeah, there are differences in things. Like if a baby punches me or if Mike Tyson punches me, they're different things. They mean different things. It's not the same. So again, it's like, if you want to take that stance of, okay, well, they did it, we can do it. That's just not how the world works. And if you think that's how the world works, you're going to have a rude awakening and you're in for a tough ride. I know you're trying to be funny. They're trying to be, I don't know what you're trying to be, but you're being a dickhead.
100%. Because it is what it is. It's a comedy sketch, for crying out loud. Yeah. Bruv, we grew up on Dave Chappelle, bro.
Wait, I got another point to make actually.
Go for it.
Blackface in UK TV shows. Yeah. So we got what's the one? Was it Little Britain?
Yes.
And the airplane one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that one called?
Come Fly With Me. No, is it Come Fly With Me? One of them. Whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway.
By Little Britain,
blackface. It's funny, man.
It's funny. What's the movie with Robert Downey Jr.?
Tropic Thunder. It's funny,
bro. So I never looked at it and went, bro, don't take the piss.
Yeah.
It was what it was on the tin.
Yeah.
Funny. Yeah. It's for a comedical thing. It's entertainment, bruv. It's not like delving deep into the history of black people and some black people are just so sensitive about everything, blood. Just watch it for what it is without digging deep into the flipping thing.
Yeah, because again, it's like, what are we here to do? So if we want to talk about the history of blackface and the minstrel show,
right,
and then you understand what that was about. So that was about caricatures of black people who didn't have voices, right? It's about making them this one thing,
right?
And it's about really taking a piss out of them,
right,
and demeaning them,
right?
In the context we're speaking about. So when we speak about the Little Britain stuff, all that kind of stuff, it's there's a joke in there, and the joke really isn't about like, oh, we're taking a mickey out of these people.
Yeah, it's not.
It's taking it. It's writers making funny jokes
and making it light-hearted.
Yeah, and you
don't get it twisted, Jen. How many white dons you know act like us? That are brethren. I accepted bare dons that moved around with us, understood the culture, rode with us, and kept it moving. We never looked at it like you're trying to be like us.
No, because we're from a certain place. So again, we're talking culture. So like, we're talking people that grew up with us, went to the same schools with us, use the same slang, talk like all that.
Yes.
Now, if you want to make the argument about where it goes, where you go forward with that, because what I've seen a lot of times is, again, white people that were from our culture, grew up with us, used our slang, whatever, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Get to a certain point and they can move away and they can drop it all.
Yep.
And they're looked at as just them. We can't ever do that.
Yeah, we can't
because we're us, we're black.
100%.
Right?
100%.
24 hours a day, no lunch breaks. So like, that's a separate argument. But again, it's like, we like conflating all this stuff and go, oh, because that's that, then that is also this. And it's like, no. That's a joke. That's comedy. This is offensive, but for these reasons.
Yes.
Right? So when it's Halloween,
yes,
and you want to dress up as Mr. T and you black your face up,
yes,
that's where we see that as slightly different. Because you ain't the comedian.
You're not doing it. Yeah, you're
right.
And you don't understand. And a lot of people do things out of ignorance as well. A lot of people do things culturally that are ignorant.
Yeah.
So if you're from it and you understand it, we get it. And if you're doing it as part of a skit or a sketch or something that you've written, we get it, we understand it, which is why it was fucking funny when Druski did his thing. It was hella funny.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be turned into, but if it was done, bruv, we don't care.
Yeah, and it can also be a case of it can be done and it might not be funny.
Yes.
So
yes.
again, there's different. There's so many different things.
Yes.
Even when you think about the Druski skit,
the
Druski skit isn't even making fun of white people.
Yeah,
it's making fun of a type of person who's using black culture. So black culture is still the butt of the joke. If Druski dressed up as a white person and then went into a school and started shooting, then we might say, all right, bro, like, what you're doing,
you're doing too much.
Yeah, and that wouldn't even be, it wouldn't be because he's doing whiteface. It would just be because that's stupid.
But did you see the skit where he's pretending to be a what do you call them? People who do the nails and all of that.
Oh, the nail technician.
Technicians, and he's in the shop. Like, I don't know if it was or is Chinese or Japanese, and he's taking a mic like he's doing it, and he's dressed up as one, and it's all funny because you understand the nuances within it. It's a joke.
And you're allowed to be offended by the joke, but again, it's like people thinking that. When I speak here, I understand that my opinion is my opinion. And if you disagree with my opinion, that is fine. The world doesn't have to bend to how I think.
Facts.
And I think that the problem we have now is people thinking that the world has to bend to the way that they see things.
Everything's so sensitive, man. Back in the day, no one cared, man. A lot of the things, bro, people just ran with it, man. Now it's everybody wants to cancel somebody, bruv. Like, it's just the world is. It's the way that Western society is. It's like, if you don't agree with me or you don't feel how I feel, then bun you. It's like, no, all right. Like, you, as you said, you have every right to feel offended, but let's not go all the way.
It's a condition, man. Do you know what it is? You know when you're driving, and someone cuts you up and you're like mad aggressive, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Fucking dickhead.
I've been
like,
there.
Right, you ain't angry about getting cut up. It ain't that deep. It's other stuff. This is your life. You know what I mean? And I feel like where we are, like life is so hard. We're looking for ways of outlet, and one of the easiest ways to do it is to be offended. So then we can be angry. Like, okay,
or choke coming out.
Wait, who did that?
You have to watch that episode to get that information. We're not going to rehash that.
That's crazy. but all of it is all linked.
No, man. But you're right though. You're right, because at that day I was just vexed with my life.
That's it. Whenever I think about because a lot of times when I'm chilling, when I'm cool, you can't piss me off.
Yes, nothing. Nothing.
And there will even be times where something's happened a while ago, and now I'm in a bad mood. I'm like, no, I'm actually pissed off about it. You weren't pissed off at the time because you was good.
Yeah, it's true.
So I feel like, and a lot of things is like habit as well. So it's like almost now we know we're supposed to be offended. Yeah. And again, we're in this tribal space as well, where it's like, we're looking to see what our tribe thinks about this thing. We should be
to
offended.
get our opinion.
Yeah. Don't think that way, man. Think for yourself, because what happens again is people think, because you're black here, you should be offended by this thing. Yeah, or because you're white, you should be offended by this thing. Yeah. No. How do you really feel about it?
How do you really feel?
Like,
do you really care? I was watching a comedy skit with what's his name, Patrice O'Neill, and he was like, you know, when you watch the TV and you see a tragedy and you try to actually be empathetic, but really don't care. Yeah, like I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was along the lines of like, I don't know, 10,000 people got killed and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And he was like, I'm trying to be sad about this, but really? All right. You know that one's there. Okay. You know that one's there. Let's move.
Yeah, there's a lot of... We can't, as a human being, you can't care about all the things, You can't 100%. Care about all these stuff. And even saying that, because this is something that in the, I don't know, the Facebook arguing days, right? Back in the day when mans would be just on Facebook, just
yeah.
And I always remember one time I was like, wait a minute, the thing I was angry about the day before, I don't even remember, like, because you see a thing will come up and I'll be like, how could you say that? I'll be like, what did I even say? I don't even remember what I was pissed off about. I was like, all right, okay, if I'm gonna move on, there's no point me even getting vexed about this. Like, is it just a reaction because I feel like I should be pissed off about this,
something?
But, yeah, like, most of the time it's like,
and it's growth too. Pause.
Yeah.
When you grow up and you mature in different ways, certain things that you see online or you interact with, it actually didn't really mean anything. At the time it did, because you was there and you might not even have read the statement properly and you just got angry about it. And when especially like I found out, like now I do a pod thing, I've got to listen to every word that comes from my guest or Joe or whatever and not get vexed with it just because I don't agree. Sometimes I have to listen to it and go, no, I understand that actually.
Right.
I can differentiate my vexedness to actually, that's a point, actually. Yeah. And I can understand that.
See that there, right? That's a point.
Yeah.
So that comes from like, I will say this about, so self-awareness. Yeah. And that comes with being honest with yourself.
Yeah.
And the more honest you can be with yourself, the less conflict there is, right? So I see this a lot, yeah. So people will say, all right, let's say I do something wrong to you, yeah? And I've pissed you off. Yeah. And you're pissed off, but you don't tell me you're pissed off. Yeah. You said, I don't give a fuck, I don't care.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
Yeah, that's a lie.
So what you've done there is you've told yourself a lie, which you don't believe, but you've told the other person that you don't care. And they go, wait, what? Yeah. What do you mean? Like now you created even more conflict. Whereas if you can be honest and go, nah, do you know what? Yeah, like what you actually did, it genuinely hurt me. Yes. Like I genuinely don't like that. Yeah. Now we can have a real conversation. And I can either say, okay, you feel that way, but still fuck you. Or I can be like, do you know what? I didn't actually realize that's the way it came across, right? So now we've kind of fixed that. But that happens with your interactions with everything. So again, a lot of stuff is like, there's certain things, that I remember from just seeing how my dad acted with something. Yeah. And because I've seen how he reacted, naturally, that's how I react. Yeah, same. Right? Same. And to this day, right? 400 years. So someone will do something and I'll go, that's my reaction. Yeah. Someone said, who was it? My daughter does this. She'll do something. Right. And she'll be mad rude about it. Right. And I'll be like, what's up with you? Yeah. Where do you think I get it from? Okay, cool. Facts. Cool, yeah. Facts. Yeah, I get that, but cool. You're talking to me. But like, yeah, for real. But it's like, let's go first. Like, you don't have to take everything from me. Yeah. Like you can be yourself. You can see how someone acts and go, yeah, I see how you act, but that ain't gotta be for me. Yeah. But we do that all the time. Why do you act? I act this way because I'm from South, bro. What do you think? Yeah. What's that mean? What's that mean? What's that mean? Yeah. Like, so you just gotta be, you just gotta be like that. Cool, because you're cutting things down so you don't have to really think about, now how do I really feel about this situation? Yeah. Instead of me react, let me respond. Let me just step back and go, actually, wait. Yeah, the reason why I would have kicked off on you is because what you said really hurt me, man. Yeah. Facts. Yeah, man, be honest. I feel that.
It's the Drizzy and Morgan show.
I just thought of an idea and I was like, you know what, I was going through some of the slang that we used to speak back in the day and I was like, are we still using the same slang or has it changed? So I made a list. All right. I made a list of slang words that we used growing up. Do we still use the word chief?
I do.
You're a chief.
Yeah.
I love that.
But only in music, really.
When you're writing.
I use it, I'll say it in like,
you're a chief.
I think I say it in a rhyme, like chief.
Instead of using another word, is that like a compensation?
Yeah, because I just like, I like the old, you wally, you prat. Like I love the old insults.
You dickhead.
Yeah, like dickhead is one of my favourites.
Dickhead is the one.
I think some of them are gonna go like,
dickhead used to get you in a fight though back in the day though, innit?
Yeah, of course.
That was a harsh one.
Yeah, nah, what?
Dickhead. You called someone a dickhead back in the day.
Nah, you're a chief, mate. Yeah. But I like the proper British ones, like you plank. Yeah, you numpty. Numpty. That will hurt. Numpty. The first time someone called me a weapon, I was like, wait, what? You weapon. What's a weapon? I still don't know to this day, but I like it. I like it, man. That's what this is another thing why I say it. This is why I say it. you have to like multiculturalism works. Because multiculturalism is gonna teach you the other people's insults, and you're gonna come back and you're gonna have all these. Yeah, bruv, you need all of them.
Hella, the kids say hella this, hella that, bugging out,
you're
you're bugging. That's old school.
That's old school.
Bugging, shook. Love that word,
man. Shook.
You're shook.
What's
shook one?
Yeah, shook. Yeah. What are you actually shook for, man?
Yeah, why are you so shook? Drum.
Oh,
love it.
Yeah, we going. Let's go drum, bro.
Going drum. Go to my drum.
Where do these words come from?
Yeah, drum. That's another thing probably we have to see where they derived from.
Yeah, man.
The history of the word drum. Because why would you... I mean, a drum itself, which is the instrument is not the same as a house.
Nah.
But it's...
that's the thing I love about slang, though. Yeah, I love about blood. When you said blood. I remember when blood came out.
Yeah,
I remember when blood first dropped.
Yeah, blood.
Yeah, I was like, I was young. I must have been maybe like 7, 8.
Blood.
And I remember my cousins saying to you cover, save blood, and to be like, wait, what? Why are you talking about blood?
Yeah, blood.
Like what?
Yeah,
yeah.
I like that word.
Love it.
Link, a link.
Yeah, let's link.
Let's link.
They still use that sneaky link.
It's a link. A link could be like girl linking up a girl.
Yeah.
Or linking like we're gonna go.
Link with a man.
Yeah, that thing.
Link
bait. Remember the word bait?
I still use bait a little bit. Nah,
bait.
Man's bait. Don't bait up. Don't bait up, bro.
Don't bait it,
Don't
hot it up. That's one man.
Don't hot it.
Why I say hot it.
And then you got to remember the ones that are like the ones that come from yard that are just like they're not slang.
Yeah,
because my granddad still use like they're just their words that we now use like wagwan. Yeah, like that is slang to us.
Yeah,
but it's like no, it's
patois.
Yeah, it's like
basically a Z when he used to say a Z, ounce of weed.
A Z. yeah.
That's old school. A Z.
Yeah.
I don't say Zeds no more. But Zeds.
Yeah.
Chung.
Remember Chung fam?
Chung fam. Bro, come on, bro. Chung family. Allow it.
Yeah.
When you say allow it.
Nah, allow it. I'm still using that.
You say allow it.
I'm still using that one.
There's some good words. I'm gonna delve into it and just look at words where they actually come from. So the words, the slang word, but then why, the reason why that word.
The etymology.
That's that word.
I actually love that shit, to be fair. Like, I love how stuff comes. But you get, so like.
That's dope.
So you say like, we say like, it's cold.
It's cold.
And cold comes from cold-blooded. That's cold-blooded.
That's
cold-blooded. Like, again, like a lot of American slang.
Yes.
Even blood. So the blood, that's a gang thing, yeah.
Blood.
So dog. Yeah, like all of those.
Yeah, that's
There's a lot
real.
of them. Yeah, so again, just American words that we just take and
flipped it.
Y'all.
Yeah.
Even the N-word, like that's like something we didn't like. That's not a Jamaican thing because a lot of our slang goes from Jamaica to Britain, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was never really our thing.
No.
So that wasn't in just.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Whereas in America, it predates hip hop and stuff. That was just a word that they would use.
Yeah.
So I remember being like, actually, wait, there's a song. Whose is it? Is it K Putin? Sizzler, one of them.
Man.
Who you got a nigga? You think you a Nas? Star Jigger? Like,
True.
Yeah, that's a track. Because again, it was like, we don't even really use that word like that. And to this day, when I hear rappers say it, it just sounds mad corny to me. Like, Stormzy says it a lot. I'm always just like, nah,
it don't fit right.
It offends me still. I'm like, I don't like it, man.
I agree with you. It's not really a word I try to. I do like the word, but not for me. It's a word that I don't just
say
try throwing it around. Like,
Yeah,
I don't even use it in mad conversations either.
Nah, I wouldn't say to that's my nigga.
It's not.
There's no one in my life that I can. I talk to that way. You know what I mean? It just sounds. Yeah. If I use the word, it's in a joke. It's ironically.
Yes.
It's never like in normal conversation.
I agree.
But I just feel like in British slang, like the way we talk, we're more creative, and it's not in our culture.
Yes.
That word's not. It's not in our culture.
That's right.
It's only in our culture offensively.
Yes.
It never came from. My dad never used it.
No.
To his, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's
so. It's like that's not really their thing. Whereas in America, is totally different. Like, nah, it doesn't. When I hear the music to each other,
it doesn't resonate.
It's just like, it's whatever. Even when, I remember seeing a video years ago, and it was a white don from like, I think it was in like Memphis or something down south, and there was a bunch of black guys, and they were saying it, and I remember just going like, wait, what? That's a bit weird. But at the same time, I was like, okay, if that's what they do, that's what they do.
That's what it is.
So yeah, man,
that's dope.
Slang's a weird one.
Well, listen. Round of applause for Genesis, Elijah.
Bless.
Come on, Jen. It's good to have you here. Let people know where they can get hold of you. Pause.
I'm everywhere, man. I'm everywhere. Just IG, Genesis Elijah, TikTok, all that good stuff. If
you on the TikTok thing as well?
Yeah, man. I've been on TikTok for a couple of years.
Man, that's dope.
But yeah, man, I'm just out here, bruv. Like,
come on, man.
Doing my little music thing still, trying to make things happen, trying to pop things off, and just having fun with it. Like my new thing is just like do what you love. Like I'm not even part of the music industry anymore. Yeah, like everyone does what they do.
Yes,
I just do me, man. I literally just have fun with.
I've known you for a long time, bro, and I've always seen you active. Yeah. So it's like watching you making your music, being outside. I know that you're doing the good work, and two, you're motivated still, bro. Yeah, and that's the main things. Like staying motivated and passionate about what you love to do. Yeah. That is the main thing, man. Like we're from the generation where it's not like the new lot, like where they got the internet like so free and they can do their thing. We're from the grind.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So to see man still rocking, it's a beautiful thing, bruv. You know, bruv. You know what I mean? And you're always welcome here, Jen.
Appreciate you, man.
Always welcome here, man. You want to pass through, just let me know, boom, and we'll sort it and we get it done. Link will be in the description for Genesis Elijah. I want to say round of applause to our beautiful audience. Big up Jojo Montana the Great, as usual, representing. Drizzy should be back for the next episode. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? if you see Genesis, you Jen here, you know what's happened. But yeah, man, big up Drizzy, and hope that all the birthday celebrations is going well. Also, Gamza will be back as well. Don't forget to check us out on all DSPs, and don't forget to like and share the YouTube channel. The Drizzy and Morgan Show, people. We'll be back in a fortnight. Peace.
Peace.